Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. If you are returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So today, as you can tell by the title, I'll be doing a story time, how I almost got expelled. Okay, stay tuned and make sure you watch the full video because you don't want to miss any detail, because it's going to be a fun, detailed story time. But hopefully the video is not that long. I don't want to give you a long intro. Let's just get right into the video. This was way back in SHS, I think in Form 2, 3rd term. So my friends and I decided that we are not going to barb our hair. If you don't know what barb is, like, that's the term we use in us. We are not going to cut our hair low. We are not going to cut our fro off. So we decided we are not going to barb our hair because we had plans for the vacation. It's a long vacation and we didn't want to just have our fro on. We wanted to actually braid. And if you're in SHS, you know how the teachers worry you about cutting down your hair and chasing you around. I don't know about your school, but my school, they will literally chase you till you cut your hair. And like, we went through all the semester, we went through all the wahala we had to. So during that time specifically, we were working in the staff common room, so we had access to the place, obviously. So when teachers come around writing names of people whose hair are bushy, we either give ghost names. We are always giving ghost names. So you mention Melissa Amponsa, and Melissa Amponsa is not in the school. So one of the teachers that goes around writing people's name for bushy hair was our teacher, became our teacher. So now he knew us and we couldn't write ghost names. So we will write our names, and when we go to the staff common rooms work, we would actually tear the paper apart because we didn't want to barb our hair. So we did that, and yeah, it was going on. We went through the whole semester. Why do I keep saying semester? We went through the whole term. If I say semester, you understand, okay? So we went through the whole term without cutting our hair. We would skip assembly, we would hide. Like, the wahala was, it was frustrating. We had to take a risk. We really did ourselves, because we had to hide when we go for gatherings. We had to be at the back when it's assembly. You had to come to the front because the teachers are always at the back and they could easily identify you. We couldn't roam on campus like we would normally do, because even if teacher sees you, the person can just call you and tell you to go and barb your hair, all of that. So we're very careful during that semester. We got to like the ending of the semester, like 2 weeks or a week to vacation. That was during the time we were writing our exam. It was a Saturday and I was in the house. I didn't go to the class the whole day, and people kept coming to me. They've seen my name on the notice board. My name is written on the notice board. So I was like, what's happening? Because I don't remember doing anything bad for my name to be on the notice board. Okay, so I went there and I saw my name was actually on the notice board. The ghetto. I was so confused, like, what have I done? Oh, so it actually clicked. So when I saw the names, I saw the handwriting and I knew the person who had written it. So let me shape this in. So we had a prefect in our class. Let's call her Jess. So she was prefect for Atta. Okay, so that was just by the way. I'll bring her back in the story and you understand it very well. So I knew that this handwriting, I know this handwriting, and the only names written in that handwriting were people in my class. Like, my friends and I were the only people that had written our names by that girl. So I went to the class and I told my friends. I mean, like, they also knew about it, so they came and were like, have you also seen your name on the notice board? They were like, yeah, and they also knew the handwriting. So we waited to ask the person, like, why did you write her names and all of that.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
Because we knew clearly, if it's for the bushy hair, we had cleared our name from it. So where is our name coming from? So she came to the class and we're like, yo, did you write her names? She was like, no, she didn't write anything. She doesn't even know what we are talking about. But like, yo, like, just answer truthfully. Like, tell me the truth.
Tell me the truth.
Then that was when she actually started to admit that, okay, she wrote the names, but then she was actually asked to write it by a teacher. We're like, which teacher? And like, how? Because there are other names on the board. How come you were just asked to write our names? And we knew obviously it was a lie.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie.
because every other name was written by someone else. So we knew this girl had chook. So we knew this girl had sold out. She actually wrote her name. She knew what she was doing. She wasn't asked by any teacher to do that. So we were so angry because we've kept her hair for the whole time. When the class were like, whoever wrote that name, that kind of thing, what happened to the person, those things. We didn't even do anything much. We didn't do anything to this girl. So it was in the evening and someone came to call us that the teachers are calling us in the staff common room. We're like, what's going on, like what's happening? So we just went, and before we got to the staff common room, we met a friend of ours downstairs, and she was telling us about how she saw the girl crying. In fact, she was wailing.
Can you imagine? Hey, wow.
About how we were insulting her, we're cursing her. We're cursing her. So we're cursing her and we're doing a whole lot of things. We were shocked. Like, we're standing there for like minutes. We didn't know what to say. We didn't know what to do. We're like, are you serious? This girl was crying. We're like, wow, we're surprised. So we just went upstairs to the staff common room and we met her and then some other teachers there, and they were telling us about what we did and blah blah blah. We're going to get in trouble, we're going to get punished. We're like, okay, cool. And they actually told us to go and barb our hair. So at this point we knew like we've been caught, there's nothing we can do but just to barb our hair. So we went to barb our hair, and as if that wasn't enough, we went back to the class and we went on here. She was very tiny too, like she was those short cute people. Not cute, no, she was just tiny. Yeah, so we went to her, we're like, and we barbed our hair. This is what you want. We went on here. Imagine like 6 girls or 5 girls going to some tiny girl, and we're like, with all our anger, like double anger right now. We went on here. Are you happy? This is what you wanted, right? We're there. We had barb our hair. We're taking other plans of what we'll do to our hair during vacation because our plans are spoiled. Okay. So we're just minding our business in the class, and everyone in the class was like, this is very like stupid, this doesn't make sense, and they're taking the thing to a whole new level. They're just making a fuss out of it. Okay, so we're there, and the father, someone came to call us that the father is calling us. So I went to a Catholic school. Okay, so the chaplain, the father was calling us. That was when we knew that no, trouble has come, like we are dead, dead. Okay. So we went and got angry, and that we molested the prefects. We know the consequences and all of that. He told us to go and bring our school prospectus. We were informed to tell him, so we had to go and ask the first years for it. And we checked in, and even what we did wasn't molesting a prefect, but that was what they called it. Okay, so the punishment for that, I think, is suspension, but not demonization, suspension, I guess. Came back to the class, my friends and I were thinking, like, we're even laughing about the whole thing. Yeah, we're like, oh my god, we are going to get sacked, so let's just look for a new school. We're looking for schools that we could go to. We're just laughing about the whole thing. We didn't take it serious. Okay, so we're looking for schools, we're just laughing about the whole thing. And yeah, so it ended there. We didn't hear anything about that case or anything like that. So everything like died out. Okay, and it was closing ceremony, and this is where they, like, everything that happened in the school, if you brought phones, if you were caught stealing, like if you were caught doing anything illegal, they're going to mention your names and give you your punishments for the next term. So the head of academics, he's the one that usually does that. So he did that. He mentioned every name. We're waiting for our names to be mentioned, but our names weren't mentioned. And we're like, sigh. Where we leave, we're like, oh my god, like, they didn't mention our names, we are safe. Just for the father to come up stage and take the mic and start talking. He was talking about a whole lot of things before he actually came to our matter. Like, we knew, like, when he started, we knew like the matter has chopped hot, talking about the whole thing. So mind you, my friends and I, we used to dance in school, so like people knew us in school. Okay, so he was talking about the whole thing that happened, and some people molested the prefect, and if you know our father, if you know him, oh my god, like, he's dramatic, excuse you me, but yeah. So even before that, before the closing ceremony, after the whole incident happened, anytime we go for mass, he's using us as example. Like, we're never comfortable in mass. Like, you can't be comfortable. Like, he's always using us, and some people listen to the prophet like we were the example. Anytime we're at mass, till like another case came up. Okay, so he now called us in front. He called us come upstage, and we were sitting at the back of the assembly hall. We were sitting on the same row. And in closing ceremony, you're supposed to wear your prints. It was one of our attire. You're supposed to wear your prints. You're supposed to be in sandals and then tie your like belt with 2 pins. But not me, not my girls. We did a whole different thing. We were in our prints okay, but we're wearing slippers. Some of us were wearing chaps. We're wearing like bathroom slippers, okay. So we had tied our belts, like wearing properly dressed, okay. So they called us. We now had to quickly exchange the chaps with someone that was wearing slippers, had to take pins from someone and then like properly dressed before we got up stage. So we're from the back, and so we're walking from the back in one line coming, and because people knew us and people had known of the case and they felt like it didn't make sense, they were giving us fans like small fans like that, and it was making us laugh. So we didn't want them to see because it was going to upset them. Okay, we're walking and we're actually modeling, like we're modeling, we're walking 1-1.
Let me see you walk.
Coming all the way from the back, and we got up stage, and now he kept talking and talking. It was like we should come for our punishment next semester. And you know, if you are in a school and your case gets to the father, like you've reached, like that's your limit. So cool, vacation, the next semester came and we went back to school. And then when we came back, we're contemplating. We didn't know if we should go to him, because there was 2 things. We're thinking, what if we go to him and he had forgotten the case, but then we go and we actually remind him of the case, or he hasn't forgotten, he's just waiting for us to come to him, okay, and we don't go to him, he actually like looks for us, then it's going to be double punishment. Some people were saying we should go to him, some people said we shouldn't go, maybe he has forgotten, all of that. But like, you know what, we are not going to go. So we didn't go. So we went through the semester, like everything was fine. They didn't raise the whole matter again, but we're never cool with the girl. She felt very, very uncomfortable. So where was I? I'm out of breath, guys. My throat is dry. Let me get some. So what happened was so we went past to Form 3 till like we're about to finish school. We started our year and everything. So my school, when you're about to finish, there's a form that like you let you let teachers sign and everything. So we filled everything. It was left with our father. So we're thinking, oh my god, he's going to remember and he's going to punish us. So he was like the last person we went to, and he had a whole list on his computer where if you were ever in trouble with him, your name is there. So when you go to him to sign, he will look at your name, or you ask your name and then check his computer if your name is there. If your name is there, just know you're going to stay in the school as a wasi for like 2 weeks to work. You're going to work, okay. It took us so long to even go to him for him to sign. We're like, you know what, let's just go, okay, whatever happens. I mean, like, okay. So we went, and we didn't all go at the same time. We made some enter first, and then when they entered, like, they took so long than the usual, because when people go, they just sign, they come out, and these people went, and like they're taking so long, and we're hearing like noise, we're hearing like kind of like shout, that we're like, he has caught us. Like, let's just prepare our minds that we're going to stay over for like 2 weeks and work our ass off. So they came out and they were like, he didn't remember anything. So we're so happy. We were so happy. Yeah, we're so happy. So we went there and he asked of our names, and he even asked if we were in trouble. We're like, no. As we were saying there, no, we're shaking, because what if he checks and your name is there? You've lied. And you know what, if he asks you if your name is there and you know your name is there, like, just own up, okay? Don't lie, just say yes, my name is there. But like, the thing is 2 ways. If you go and say no and your name is actually not there, and funny enough he didn't check, we're so happy. Like, he signed for us. We're so happy. Oh my god, like, you don't understand the joy like he has signed for us. And yeah, ouch. So yeah, that's the end of my story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel down there, click on the bell button, and comment anything you want. Comment SHS Diaries if you watched to the end of this video, okay? And if you want more story times in general, or if you want more SHS Diaries, like I have a lot of stories, okay, let me know in the comment section below and I'll definitely give it to you. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Digits on the beat.